after that, we'll open it to questions to both the players and the coach. For your first question, I ask you please identify yourself and your affiliation. Coach Key, the floor is yours.
Couldn't be prouder of our guys battling through. Obviously put ourselves in some tough situations in the second half. 2 blocked punts and 2 turnovers. And you know, I thought overall our guys played an outstanding first half, and would have loved to have finished things off that same way in that second half. But when you're playing a great football team, a great football program like Northwest, you know, you expect a battle, and we certainly got one. And very proud of the way our guys hung with it and came through in the end.
Coach, what was the breakdown in the punting?
You know, to be honest with you, I'm going to have to watch the film. And there are a lot of times where I'm over talking to an offensive kid or making some adjustments and kind of hear some commotion behind me, so I can't say I saw everything. I know, you know, the first one we were a little slow getting it off. We knew we were going to be challenged inside with our shield punt. They were going to attack those back 3 shield players for us. We knew that coming in, and something we emphasized. But there's no way to simulate the type of speed, athleticism, strength that you're going to face, you know, from a good varsity unit on a Saturday. So it's something we're going to have to go back and look and correct. We've been very strong on our punt unit all year, so it's really kind of shocking that we had those issues. So, you know, we're lucky right now that we get another opportunity to go through a week of practice and correct those mistakes and hopefully come out stronger because of it.
Coach, did you feel there was some coverages today that you disguised to get the quarterback kind of, you know, thinking something else, in trouble a little bit?
No, you know, I thought our guys, especially in the first half, I know I heard our defensive coaches talking at halftime. They really felt like the concepts they were seeing in the passing game were things that we had practiced, and our guys were, whether they were recognizing those concepts or not, they were covering up the routes. And, you know, I think the same thing happened in the second half. Obviously, there's some couple breakdowns where they get you in some big plays, but that's a darn good passing offense that we're facing with some good athletes. So, you know, we pretty much ran what we run defensively, and, you know, we're lucky to come out on top.
Justin, can you talk about that interception and just kind of set us up on what happened on that play?
Yeah, we actually came out and we were in a different call, and then they came out in a certain formation that we liked, so we checked the play actually. And I only had 1 threat to my side, and he went under immediately, so I just looked for something coming across. It wasn't really, you know, necessarily my guy or anything, and I just seen him behind the defense, so I seen the quarterback looking him down, so I just baited him a little bit, and I was fortunate enough to make a play. So it was a great job by our coaching staff putting me in that position to be there to make the play.
Can you just describe the feeling you had when you got your hands on that one?
It was kind of an out-of-body experience. I've never really been in that position, and obviously I'm a freshman, so I haven't really been in, you know, a playoff game before in college, and it was kind of unreal. I didn't even really realize I caught the ball, and I kind of looked up and everyone's cheering, and I'm like, oh, I just did that. So it was kind of weird, but it was awesome.
What was the feeling like in the huddle? Because obviously they picked up a lot of momentum in that second half, and they were moving pretty good against you guys.
No, we have complete belief in our system that the coaches have for us, and our playing ability. You know, we know that we're a good defense, and it was determination in everybody's eyes that I saw, and everyone knew that we could do it, and it was just a matter of who was going to make the play. So that's pretty much it.
Coach, you know, as the momentum was kind of shifting there in the second half, how did you kind of make sure that your guys weren't going to just completely let down and fall apart and lose?
Well, I think it's mental training with our players, you know, on a daily basis. As these guys will kind of all attest, I really believe the something special this team has is a tremendous amount of belief in one another and a belief in their abilities. So, you know, belief, when you have it, means that when things are going well, you're obviously going to feel good about things. But when you're tested and things aren't necessarily going your way, you're going to buckle down and find a way to correct mistakes and come back the next play. And that's something we really preach with our guys on a daily basis and try and train them for moments like that. And you know when you're playing the best teams on your schedule, and obviously when you get down to the final 16 teams, which is where we're at this Saturday, you're going to face good folks. Good football teams are going to challenge you, and our guys are going to be put in adverse situations. And I think it's shown throughout the course of this long year that our guys respond very well to that type of pressure and those types of situations.
Still on that thought, can you talk about choking them off after they get the interception? Score's tied, they get an interception, don't get anything out of it, they get a fumble. not a lot of time left, but they don't get anything out of that. I mean, that was.
Yeah, you know, as an offensive play caller, I felt bad at that point. You know, obviously putting our defense in a bad situation with about a minute left, a little under a minute, and a short field, and you want to deny them an opportunity to kick a field goal there, have a scoring opportunity at the end of the game. But, you know, as we look back on and talked as an offensive staff, you know, what we're trying to do at that point is get our guys in a position to possibly shoot for a score ourselves, but do it in a conservative manner. And obviously we'd love to hold on to the ball a little bit stronger in that moment, not turn it over. But I have tremendous amount of confidence in our defense to go out and respond to those types of challenges. If you watch our kids take the field, we weren't successful 100% of the time in those type of short field situations, red alert situations, but the type of attitude that our guys have when they take the field is something special, something to behold, and it's something I think that makes our defense good. And it's you know, a lot of fun to be around.
Sam, obviously at the end of that, that's the tricky side to kick into. How far did you think, or how close did you think you needed to get for a final field goal attempt?
It's hard to tell. I actually did not hit any warm-up kicks into that direction, just because we always kick to the scoreboard side. So I was ready to go out there, anything up to 50, I think. If we had to kick it, I mean, I was ready to go up to 50. That was a pretty strong wind, though, yeah.
You just talk about, you know, kicking another game winner and how you prepared for it and the feeling you had after you saw it go.
I just saw it go up a little bit, and I could tell it was going in, and then everyone ran at me, and I don't know, it was just a sense of relief, and I don't know, it took a few seconds for everything to settle in, and it was just, I'm very happy for them. Yeah.
You know, on the same note, Sam, you know, the success you've had throughout the season, you guys scored the touchdown there to start that first overtime, and I mean, even that extra point, I mean, you had win at the back, but I mean, how much different feeling does it have when you're in the playoffs versus a regular season kick?
Yeah, there's definitely a different feeling, and I think the extra points to tie it in a case like that, I mean, that's way harder than when I've got a 27-yarder to win it when they've already had their chance on offense. I think it's much harder on those extra points, to be honest.
Coach, have you seen much about Missouri Western? I mean, what do you think about, you know, one, what this game means to your program next week, and then two, you know, what they're like, what kind of challenge it's going to be?
Well, this game today was huge for our program. I mean, as we've talked about, you know, we won a conference championship, went 11-0, and our guys have won rings in our mind because of that. And now each week here we're getting an opportunity to go 1-0 and add something to that ring. And it continues to tell the story of this team, if you will. That's something we stress with our guys. Very much looking forward to the opportunity of hosting another round up here. Obviously, you know, we love to be at home and take advantage of the home field advantage. Missouri, and to be honest with you, I've heard that Missouri Western won. I think you just confirmed it. So, you know, I know a little bit about those teams in the MIAA, having coached in that league. I know it's a tremendous football program. I got a chance to watch their last two games, if you will, against Northwest on tape as we prepared for this one, and then we watched the playoff game, or at least parts of that playoff game against Minnesota Duluth last week. So obviously a very explosive offense, put a lot of points up, and they got one heck of a defense, particularly those defensive ends. So, you know, we're going to enjoy this one for 24 hours, and our graduate assistants are going to be busy as heck. Our film guys are going to be busy all night breaking down film, preparing things for the coordinators, and we'll get after it on Sunday and prepare a good game plan for our guys to come out and give their best effort on Saturday, and we're looking forward to battling for a regional championship.
Andy, I thought the offense relied heavily on you in the second half and the overtime. Just when you're in the huddle, and it seemed like you guys were gaining a little momentum with the ground game, what was the feeling in there?
I mean, to be honest, I think we were all just kind of in the zone. The linemen weren't saying much, you know, they just go into the line, and we knew what we had to do. And we knew they're a really physical team going into this, so it was a big thing that they were able to deny penetration and stuff and open up some holes. So.
Andy, did you feel, I mean, especially as some of those turnovers were mounting up on you guys in the second half, I mean, did you guys feel offensively, did you have a different type of, you know, feel in the huddle?
Not necessarily. I mean, we know every time we go onto the field that we just want to score a touchdown. So we knew what we had to do, and we had confidence in the defense that they'll get a stop for us and go out there and just try and score every single drive, you know.
In that second overtime, as you were kind of running down there and into the wind, you know, what were you, I mean, again, on that drive and just knowing that they were having an ability to somehow get the ball away from you guys, you know, how much emphasis were you putting on hanging on to it?
Yeah, I just had both arms around it, and I can't say I was making like the greatest cuts and stuff, but I just wanted to, you know, keep trying to pound it and hang on to the ball. That was my main concern. So.
Justin, your team had 4 interceptions today. Did you think coming into this game that you guys would have had the opportunity to pick up the ball that much?
Yeah, I think that we do. I think every week, you know, we know that we're going to be put in positions to make plays, and we have good disguises and a lot of different coverages kind of look alike. So we know that, you know, if he makes one bag read or anything like that, that we're going to have a good chance. And yeah, I think that we have full faith that we can get, you know, really good stops and get some turnovers every game.
Any other thoughts about getting another home game? I mean, now, how much difference is it going to be? You know, the fact that again you guys get the home field advantage and the crowd behind you.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think that the crowd gives us a lot of momentum. We can build off their energy as well as our own. It just takes, you know, maybe one good play, or anyone can. We talk about it all the time. Anyone can be a spark. So it just takes one, you know, good play, one tackle for loss, one good first down, or anything like that, and the crowd will be behind us, and that helps. Football is a big game of momentum, obviously, so that helps us a lot, I think.
Weather affect you guys at all? I mean, considering you guys play in this more than, you know, teams coming from the south.
I think it plays to our advantage a little bit. I mean, the weather wasn't too bad today, at least for us. Maybe it was for them. But I think the weather can play to our advantage as well.
Any other questions?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.